Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. Enjoy the video. Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Walking Dead discussion video. Today we're going to be talking down and breaking down a quote from Payne, the person who plays Jesus from the hilltop in The Walking Dead. Today he came out and said to the digital spy what he believes and why he believes Andrew Lincoln decided to leave The Walking Dead in season 9. I'm going to quote him before I take some time to explain what I think about this development. He says, "I think when Carl died last year and Chandler left, I think that was a moment for him of, okay, where does this leave Rick? And how does he move forward? I think it was a pause for thought. As far as Andy goes, I'm completely with him on the fact that he needs to spend some more time with his family. He had just had a baby when the show got picked up. He's in Atlanta for 8 months out of the year for 8 years now, so that's tough for anyone, and I completely agree with his decision to concentrate on his family from now, and I would do the same." So what does this mean? This is something that we've all been thinking about for The Walking Dead for a very long time. Is it possible that Andrew Lincoln just decided to leave after Scott Gimple decided to kill off Chandler Riggs' Carl character in season 8 of The Walking Dead? Obviously, Scott Gimple had his opinion on killing off Chandler Riggs. Maybe that was vindictive, maybe that was just trying to show the fan base and also Chandler Riggs himself that not everyone is safe in this show. I mean, heck, that is possible, and that might have been one of the reasons to do it, but his ultimate decision there was he wanted to give Rick a reason to spare Negan at the end of the all-out war arc of the Walking Dead series, something he came out and personally said was really not explored very well throughout the comic arc of the same story. And really, look, one way or the other, I think he had a decent point, but maybe killing off Carl was the bad idea, and I really believe that when Carl goes, Andrew Lincoln's Rick Grimes has very little to live for. I wish that wasn't the case because I don't think that's how we live as human beings, and it's one of the reasons I'm actually kind of mad about this further progression into season 9, especially since it's starting to look like Andrew Lincoln will not be coming back in any way, shape, or form other than to direct episodes in season 9 and also season 10, you know, as a shadow director in season 9 and not just in season 10 where he's going to direct his own episode. This is something that I wish they would have thought about, not just simply killing him off, but saving him for the future, especially when they want a decade more of content. Killing Rick, in my opinion, is the equivalent of getting rid of the entire base of what makes The Walking Dead a special series to begin with, especially when you've been taking the last couple years to really hammer home the fact that Rick is the most important character and the only one you're ever going to give any awesome scenes and or lines to. So really, we're going to have to just wait and see how they develop the show without him going forward. It does seem like they're going to be killing him off in the future of this show, at least in season 9 at some point. Even though I really highly suggest that they don't do that, it seems like that's going to be the case. Personally, I believe Rick's character could have survived without Carl and should definitely survive without Carl. One of the things they're going to be exploring in this season is Rick really picking up the pieces and trying to make a future that he thinks Carl would want to live in. The same thing he's been doing since the very beginning of the show, but without Carl there doesn't seem to be, at least in Andrew Lincoln and everyone else involved's mind, and even the fan base, that there's anything for Andrew Lincoln's Rick Grimes to actually live through. That's not how we live as human beings. This person would figure out the next step and next reason to live, whether it be Michonne or Judith or anything else like that. It's not a legitimate reason for him to die, especially in a show that focuses primarily around the concept of survival in a very desperate situation. Rick would find different reasons and he would live for other things besides Carl, especially after time has gone by, which this season will really dictate a huge time skip from the ending of season 8 to the beginning of season 9. So we are basically a week away from the premiere of season 9 of The Walking Dead, and I am incredibly excited, but I really wish that this wasn't Andrew Lincoln's final season of the show, especially when it seems very clear at this point that they're going to kill him off and not just let him drive off into the sunset. What are your thoughts here? Do you think killing off Carl was a really bad thing? Do you think that's one of the reasons Andrew Lincoln has decided to leave this early on? It just kind of feels, with all the new change-ups and direction that this show is trying to take as of late with this season, it's probably the wrong time for him to die, but we're just going to wait to see how it plays out. Anyway, with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. It's been real.